I wanna know what love is.
Are we recording?
Woo, woo, woo. Want you to job me. I wanna know what love is.
That sounds really good.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
It's fucking life-changing. Your life has changed.
I'm different now. I'm not the same.
You couldn't possibly be, not after being exposed to these rays. Yes. Yes, we are recording.
Last night's Destiny was hot. I had a great time.
You mean the video game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if you had undertaken an epic quest or...
No, I mean the game.
Oh.
I meant the heroic strikes that we did together.
Well, yeah, and they were authentically heroic. Well, it's after having been crushed earlier in the day, like not being able to succeed.
Yeah, Digital Dennis, if you're listening to this, you weren't a lot of help in there.
Yeah, you didn't help us out. And then when we almost had it, then you evaporated.
Then you just left.
Yeah, that's not very Guardian-like.
No.
Is how I would put it.
He's not becoming legend.
No, exactly. Right. He's not living up to, anything, foreordained.
We became legend, though, last night.
Yeah, exactly right. It was like, oh, I can't get this sword out of this rock. Well, I guess I'll go home. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you fucking keep trying.
Yeah, you have to tug on that motherfucker. But, no, it felt good. And then, obviously, Dave's
a pro.
is so fucking... He is just a goddamn workhorse.
He is. He's just solid in there.
Yeah,
you can count on him.
He delivers results.
He died a lot last night, though.
He did. Well, he actually started getting into heroin.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good for
and so
him.
a lot of times he'll have a little heroin.
Mm-hmm. Before he plays
Well,
Destiny.
yeah, when he says to take the edge off, but I find that he is more on edge because he's always trying to find his next score.
Because he's high on heroin.
Well, he's high on heroin, but he's always like wondering where he'll get more heroin. Like that's the.
I have to admit, I don't know what heroin is. Like, I don't know how you do heroin. I wouldn't be able to recognize heroin. Like, if you showed it to me, I wouldn't know that it was heroin.
Well, in the movie, or maybe that's cocaine. In the movie, they're always like. They put their tongue on it. They're like, no,
that's cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
Cocaine's like a white powder.
And he's like,
Isn't
that's
it?
very pure.
Yeah.
I don't.
What is heroin?
I'm not a drug lord. I don't know shit about it.
Okay.
I've heard.
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
Well, I've heard that there's such a thing as black. You talk to Dave.
Black tar
he's the
heroin?
expert. I've heard about black tar heroin, but I don't. I mean, I guess it's darker. I mean, I don't know how to distinguish it from other heroines. Maybe they're all pretty dark, and then that. Or maybe they're distinguishing it by texture. Maybe they say, oh, that's the tar
thick
heroin.
And oozy.
It's rich.
Thick and rich. Mrs.
Like,
Buttersworth.
It's like Mrs. Butterworth.
Is it Butterworth or Buttersworth?
I bet it's Buttersworth.
Yeah, I think it's a Buttersworth.
But in any event, I don't think he really uses heroin. But
no, he doesn't. But he
definitely like. I'm used to him just being totally like on lock. But I'm talking about the reliability. He's no Digital Dennis.
No, he's very reliable. He still gets his shit done.
Yeah, you don't like run into trouble and then you're out. But that fucking super shank, or what they call the Devourer shank.
That was a hard ass fight.
Well, I mean, I've done that fight a bunch, and I thought it was hard anyway because the level you're doing it in, like the actual map, is always changing, like every couple minutes. Mm-hmm. And so, like, you're really good. Like, we had a really good thing going for a long time.
And then all of your cover disappears into the floor.
The cover sinks into the floor. Yeah. And then for a while, there was no cover of any kind.
And then when you try to run to some other cover, the floor opens up underneath you and tries to swallow you.
But the thing that we got hosed by is that there's a spawn wave that doesn't even exist in the regular version of that fight.
Yeah, those snipers.
Where 6 distinct, like, airborne hovering snipers.
2 waves of that.
Yeah, emerge from sky holes.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you can't be shot by 6 snipers simultaneously and live. It's just, it's one of the problems with humanity, I guess.
I did snag the Cloak of Taniks, though. Ho ho.
Yeah, that's
I'm looking
wild.
pretty good.
That's wild. I maybe it's just a rumor. I don't know. I guess every strike has got something. Does
every strike have something for each class? Like, I mean, could you have gotten the?
Maybe there's a Titan version of it.
Yeah, or a Warlock band.
But see but that's the thing that sucks is that Warlock bands, like a Warlock, you can't compare a Warlock band to a fucking cloak.
No, I don't know why Warlocks got fucked. Maybe that's why you got such a badass special this time to make up for your shitty class item.
I will be shocked as hell if they don't change that.
Bands, warlock bands.
Well, yeah, because a Titan has got that awesome sort of little half cape thing.
Yeah,
Like, that looks cool, too. I mean,
okay.
it doesn't look as cool as the fucking Taniks cape, but the fucking band?
the band is weird. The only time I really notice your bands is when it's dark.
Is when you're fighting the Darken Blade.
Yeah, and then the bands look really cool. And actually, Dave's band that
No, I know.
that one's pretty neat.
I'm getting that. I mean, that's the Dead Orbit
Dead Orbit
faction
yeah.
band. And obviously, one covets this band.
Except I rep Future War Cult.
Well, yeah, listen. Everybody has, we have different beliefs about the state of the universe, and
Yeah.
that's fine. And its eventual destination.
I finally played the Portal levels in Lego Dimensions last night.
Oh, so that's a separate kit, right? Like that's not built in.
No, you have to go buy. It comes with shell, a companion cube, and a turret, or the Legos to build that stuff anyway. And it took about, I don't know, it felt short, maybe 30 minutes.
Well, tell me about the kit, because I mean I know how they get expanded in like Infinity. You get a box, it might have 2 figs, maybe a world cube thing in the middle.
Yeah, so this had it had all the Legos you need for those 3 things. I said shell, the turret, and the cube.
Yeah.
And you put shell on there, and she gives you access to the portal set of levels, the little story. And it's a little story, and it has fucking GLaDOS in it and Wheatley and
It has Wheatley in it?
yeah.
With the real voice actor?
I mean, I think so. It sure sounded like him. If it's not him, it's a guy who's doing it. I mean, I think it's got to be him. And it also has, what's his name? The guy from the past, the guy who owns Aperture Science, who runs it all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember his name, but because there's a part where you kind of go back to the old test chambers, and it was fun. Like the way that they used the sort of portal mechanics, but in the Lego game, was really neat, I thought. But it was just too short, in my opinion. I could have done with a lot more of it.
So how much was the kit?
I bought everything at once.
Oh.
And it was ridiculously expensive. So let me look up and see what an actual just a kit costs.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Maybe you can look it up faster.
Yeah, I got it.
I bought the starter kit and two of the, side kits at the same time.
What other side kit did you get?
I got the Back to the Future one. I haven't done that one yet.
It's like $30.
$30. That seems high for the content I feel like I got.
You get a little shell. You get with a little aperture. That's kind of cool.
The Legos are really cool, and Gabe had a really good time building all that stuff.
Does he love Portal?
He fucking loves Portal.
Oh, see, because Elliot is fucking crazy. Like, to this day, it's so funny. Like, the themes, like the it's like when you listen to pop radio and it's like an index of what's still hot.
Yeah.
I mean, kids, like in 2015, that game came out in like 2009 or something.
Yeah.
They love it. Like, it has endured. It is still funny to them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, it's still funny.
They still think it's fun. They still think that saying the cake is a lie, they still think that that's a funny, cool thing to say.
Yeah. And the writing in this was pretty good. I don't know who did it. It didn't sound like Chet or
Eric.
Or Eric.
I'll ask.
But it was pretty good.
It's a tough
and
job.
then once you finish the levels that they give you, the story levels, there's like an open world, like a little hub that's sort of in the Portal style.
Yeah?
And it's got things to collect in it and little chambers to do and puzzles and stuff. And I guess you could play around in there for a while. We did. But it does something kind of neat where it opens a bunch of portals around that zone, and they're all different colors, and there's colors on the physical portal toy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So when you place your character on the blue colored light, he pops out of the blue portal, or the yellow, and so it makes for some fun little puzzles.
Interesting.
$30 though. That feels it's Lego. I mean,
yeah, Legos are
Legos
brutal,
are
but
just fucking
still,
expensive.
but basically like 3 little figures.
For 3 tiny figures, and like I said, maybe 30 minutes, 45 if
that
you're
seems
being very
seems
generous.
a little brutal.
I think.
And so then they distinguish level packs from what they call fun packs.
Yeah, there's fun packs which are just characters.
Exactly. That's like a figure independent of any
story,
special level, like in Infinity.
Yes.
So obviously you'd be able to throw that character in and play with them anywhere.
Yeah.
But they don't. But they don't get a special custom thing. I mean, what kind of content comes in the main box? Like, what do you get to play with?
So that comes with Batman, the Batmobile, Wild Style, and Gandalf. And that story, I think Gabe has played maybe 2.5 hours of it. And it spans all the different universes. And he seemed to be having a good time. He didn't like it nearly as much as he liked the Portal stuff.
That's interesting, right? So, I mean, that's what we thought Disney would be able to do with Infinity, but in actual practice, those worlds are very segmented.
They're all gated. Yeah, this is not like that.
And that's the right choice.
I think so, yeah.
To my mind, like when you have a I mean, imagine everyone has this memory, I think, where they're reaching their hand down into a bin of Legos and just sort of stirring them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's what they can do here, and they don't mind doing it.
No, they don't mind doing it. It seems like the properties that they've aligned themselves with are okay with it. Because, that's another big thing. A lot of properties, they say, oh, we don't want our characters to interact with, this person or this other
Disney,
thing.
But to my mind, like Disney, they tend not to make, like, I think that this is actually a bad decision. And they tend to be sort of consonant with the vibe.
Yeah, but I feel like Toy Box alleviates a lot of that. Especially the Toy Box now, how robust it is.
Yeah, I guess I don't like that type of gameplay, but but maybe kids are fine with it.
My kids fucking adore Toy Box.
That's what they want?
That's all they want is to play Toy Box mode. They don't play the story stuff. They play hours and hours of Toy Box.
What?
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate it.
Yeah. Noah will have Olaf flying around in the Slave One, and Gabe's building a treehouse and like a rail obstacle course for him, and then the Hulk comes in. It's just playing with toys and blocks.
Yeah, God, it's not for. Ugh. Yeah, I guess that's right. It's just the part that I'm not hooked into is where it's all happening.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how it is getting done.
Yeah.
It's in that space where that's the Toy Box, right?
Yeah, that's where everything can play together.
Exactly. Now, I still think there's a space for the cultural mashup. And
Sure.
it sounds like that's what Lego and Traveler's Tales is kicking off there.
The thing I love the most about that Lego game is, when I watch him play it, and then when I see him stop and I see the big instruction booklet come up on the screen, and then he's just building Legos.
Yeah, see, to me, like that is a bold choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
to stop it, and it's like it's at once like wholly understandable and mercenary.
Yeah.
That they want to move into this new realm, but they don't want to cede 100% control to it.
Yeah.
But also, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, building Legos that's core to that. I mean, that's what you do with Legos.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's just Legos or Lego or whatever the fuck.
I call them Legos.
Yeah, exactly. They're really important to me.
Yeah.
It's really important to me that my kids play with Legos. Like,
have you picked up Dimensions yet?
No. I was gonna see what you thought about it because
I think you should get it.
For me, it's 100. I mean, for me, there's no universe in which this game is not $130.
What do you mean? Oh, you have to get the extra.
I can't not get the Portal level.
You have to. As far as I can tell, the Portal is the best content available for that right now.
I guess I don't know about the Simpsons level pack.
Yeah, I haven't played that. I mean, maybe it's great. I doubt it.
There's a Simpsons level pack.
There's Back to the Future, which I haven't tried yet. But we've played around in the Wizard of Oz world a little bit last night.
Is it a pack? A level pack?
It's not a pack. You get it's a fun pack, so it comes with the witch and like a flying monkey, but it unlocks a hub world, another one of these sort of open worlds, like the Portal one I mentioned.
Oh.
And I don't know if every fun pack has one of those, but this was just like a big area that had, the witch's castle. It had the yellow brick road and fields and farms, and then there was the Emerald City, and You could just kind of run around and beat stuff up and find collectibles.
Interesting.
But it wasn't a guided narrative. It's just one big zone.
Gotcha. So level packs, there's The Simpsons, Portal, and Back to the Future, which seem like really wild. Those seem like really wild choices.
They do. Yeah. Yeah, Gabe doesn't really have any interest in Back to the Future, so I think Karen and I might try that one, but it's weird.
Yeah, I think that there will be a really big DC one.
Yeah, there's going to be a DC one, and then they're also doing a Ghostbusters one, which I think that could be pretty cool. I like Ghostbusters.
Interesting. Which Ghostbusters?
I don't know. It comes out in the fall.
Oh, if it comes out in the fall, then it's probably going to be the older one.
Yeah.
And then they can just do the new one.
Yeah.
As they see fit. Really 100. Okay, all right. It would bring me endless pleasure to see them building Legos in front of the television.
Yeah, do it.
Looking down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just a cool way for them to play with those toys, I think. I think it's worth it.
And you have PS4?
I got the PS4 one, yeah.
Okay. All right. And is it a lot of the classic sort of TT gameplay where...
Oh, it's identical to every other one I've seen.
It is?
To me, that's the biggest problem is once you've, done it, once you've built the stuff, you're just playing one of these Lego games again.
Because they don't have a middle space like the toy box?
No, they...
Yet,
I guess.
Yeah, it seems like something they would have, right?
Yeah. That's why I think the Portal one was interesting, because like the Portal mechanic and puzzles was very different than stuff they've done before, it felt like.
Yeah, it was new. Okay. I had initially forgotten what we were doing, but we need to make a comic strip.
Yeah, there might be something in Lego Dimensions.
Yeah. I think I just remembered what we were supposed to do. There's also that wiring guy.
Yeah, I don't know how he becomes a comic yet, but you should leave him in there.
Well, he's not going to go anywhere. And for some reason, I have beryllium on here.
Beryllium?
Beryllium. Oh, no,
beryllium.
It's because they kept talking about beryllium.
Oh, beryllium-free.
Yeah.
Components in the new phones.
Yeah, everything was beryllium. There's no beryllium in here. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Man,
why would there be beryllium in here?
We already did that really good Lego strip where we had Lego DayZ and Lego Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah. I agree. That worked good. And that was shit, man. That was before Lego Dimensions, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember what we were commenting
I think
on.
the impetus for that was when they started putting out Minecraft Legos.
Yeah, maybe.
That's my suspicion.
Lego Dimensions is interesting.
So it's the base. There's one of the little blue bases that actually has the RFID stuff or whatever it's using to read it.
They're called toy tags, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
'Cause each time you build a model, it says, "Would you like to save this model to this toy tag?" All right, so it's not reading those bricks or anything.
Right.
It's just saying you built this, and now we're saying that that's attached to this tag.
Wow. So even the tag itself is configurable. You're saving it to a specific tag.
Yeah.
It isn't like there's a tag for the Batmobile.
Well, yeah, it comes with one.
But you can.
If you rebuild the Batmobile and then like now it's a flying one, it says, "Do you want to save this model to the tag?"
Oh, so
yes.
That's interesting. They're writable. I guess they were always writable because you were saving your character.
Yeah, you were
progress
constantly
and stuff
upgrading
like that,
your characters,
but you weren't changing what the character was necessarily.
Well, I guess that's true.
Huh. So it's expensive.
It is very expensive.
Like Legos,
Yeah.
which are expensive, too.
Yes, they are.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how my parents were buying me those Legos.
Were they always that expensive? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Maybe being expensive came along with the sets. Because when we were kids,
The licensing.
you just bought Legos.
Well, yeah, but you bought like the general, like the top level stuff, like space,
Right.
city, castle,
Yeah.
right? They were a little bit more general. They're more like Playmobil.
Yeah. But even then, it was also like most of the Legos I had just came in like a box of Legos. Like it was like just different bricks. That's what I remember having.
Yeah, I guess and they ran into hard times there for a while. Maybe now it's more of a boutique type thing.
Yeah.
It's possible. but they weren't paying any license fees.
Right.
Yeah, some of those Star Wars ones are fucked price-wise.
Price-wise, yeah.
I want to investigate. I want to investigate that later. Oh, also, I think it's sort of like in the D&D context where, if those things had been, if an individual book had been $40, I wouldn't have been able to pay for that either. So there's part of it is inflation, and part of it is I think that the target audience for a lot of Legos is actually adults. I think that a lot of the bigger Star Wars sets.
Oh, like Kenneth. I mean, he buys models. To him, they're models. Right?
Yeah, I think that they are models, which is honestly, it's funny. It's something that the Lego Movie gets at, and does not treat kindly.
Right.
The idea that these sets exist to be built and then last in perpetuity is, the movie describes as an act of violence, not just against the idea of play, but literally against children. So I feel like their position's pretty clear.
Yeah.
That said, that TIE Fighter's $150.
Yeah. I remember it drove my dad crazy that Gabe he builds these like Lego sets and then they get taken apart and built into other stuff. And so one time my dad sat down to build one with him, a TIE Fighter, I think, or something like that, some Star Wars thing. And my dad super glued it. And
wait, with your son Gabe?
Yeah, he super glued the fucking Legos together. In his mind, like that was how you,
like in the movie?
Yes, I swear to God, we still have that thing. Well, bits of it, like it still broke. But now every once in a while you'll find a brick that just is like covered in super like sticky residue.
It's got the craggle?
Yeah.
What the for real?
For 100% real, no joke. That's what my dad.
See, because the idea when I saw it in the film, like if people use it, that was nuts. I mean, I assume the ones at like San Diego Comic-Con, I assume that those are basically statues.
Well, yeah, those are sculptures. That's different, I think.
Oh, totally. I mean, I understand that they have to move it out there and they want it to work.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that actually ever happened for really reals.
It happens, man.
It happened in your house.
It happened in my home, and I told him never again.
And
after,
it still
after
broke.
I had found out what happened, I said no.
And did you encase him in super glue?
I killed him. I killed my own father.
So did you have this conversation with his ghost?
Well, I had the conversation with him, and I said, now your punishment is death.
Is his doom?
Yeah.
His doom, just as you have destroyed, so will you be destroyed.
Those were my words exactly.
Yeah, it's a typical conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's being had in homes across America and indeed the world.
We haven't talked about Syria much.
Siri?
Syria. That might not be within our scope.
What do you like? Gabe wants us to house refugees or something in the.
I don't know. It's just topical.
It's topical cream. Yeah, let's write that one. We'll write that one next.
But at my house, it's Lego Dimensions and Skylanders. I play.
You just go back and forth.
I probably play an hour of Skylanders a night right now.
With Noah?
With Noah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over at our house. It's Happy Home Designer. Elliot's hooked on these Flash games now for some reason.
Oh.
Did Gabe have a phase?
Yeah.
Like Huda Math?
I haven't heard of that one. There's a million of them. He was playing one. God, what was it? It was some kind of airplane game.
What do you do with the airplane?
I guess you're supposed to fly it and land it. And there's like people riding in your airplane. There are other actual like people playing the game and.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out exactly.
Yeah, it's like an algae bloom. Like these weird little games sort of blow up and then disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he played it for like a couple days and then I didn't hear about it again.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. So, we started, making JPEGs a long time ago, and it sort of grew like in this sort of weird organic thing and people found out about it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's really easy to get found out, or it's easy to blow up really big, but it seems like it's very hard. It seems like in the environment that people are throwing creative work into now, it seems like it's hard to stick.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that most of this stuff gets shared on some kind of social media platform, right? So you see it on Twitter or...
Yeah, Chris talks... Yeah, this is something that Chris Straub talks about all the time. For him, the big war is attribution, which, I mean, on one level, he wants people to know that he made the work.
Well,
that
yeah,
they're
I mean,
enjoying, and I respect that. But
if your comic gets shared all over this, these sites, but no one actually knows that you made it and cannot find more of your work.
It's like the 2015 social media version of like the one hand clapping Zen Cohen. Like if you make a comic
And no one knows,
but you're not attributed,
yeah,
or something. That's probably what they were talking about in that monastery. I'm sure this is what they were getting at.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. The serial numbers get filed off, and it
Gets passed around.
it just travels super fast. It's like the specific meaning. It's very hard to police that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To the extent that I'm not sure you can. I'm not sure you can.
No,
I don't think
so.
there's any way to police it so that it would be successful and still be cool.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think there's any way to get away with it and still seem like a cool person. You have to hope that enough people get back to it that you can keep the lights on and make more comics for them to
Steal.
to take from you. But yeah, it's like an ad block or whatever. I think these are just realities of distribution now.
Well, especially now. I mean, my mom was asking me about ad blocking. My mom.
Yeah, talk to your doctor.
And she can download an app now that will block all ads.
Yeah, I think that you have to be a creature of this environment, you know. And what's weird is that, I mean, all it's done, it's like BuzzFeed or any of these sites that manage to still sort of hang on.
Mm-hmm.
They got ads and stuff, but the presumption is that the ads will be blocked. I mean, the money is in the paid editorial content and product placement.
Yeah.
Like that's the advertisers are not. I mean, they complain about it whenever people talk about ad blocking, but they're already on the next thing, which is
sponsored content.
Exactly, which is sponsored content, like in Let's Plays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they know where
in line in a blog. I mean,
where people are. Like
when you're scrolling down Kotaku, it's almost impossible to tell what is an ad and what is a story.
Typically there's some kind of attribution.
Well, underneath there's a tiny line that says sponsored content.
But you're saying if you're just scrolling through...
Yeah, if you're just scrolling through headlines and I see, hey, get a bunch of apps, like, what are they talking about? Is this, this is a service, this is some kind of advertisement, like...
Oh, sure. And they always have that kind of editorial, thing where they lead up and there's like, hey, we talked to you about this. And it's like, well, we were paid to tell me about that. But,
yeah.
It's fine, whatever. I mean, you gotta...
Can't knock the hustle.
You gotta, yeah, they're going hard. They're going ham or
you
whatever.
Can't knock the hustle, but that's the type of shit that has potential to make the game worse. That's from Dre's new album.
Yes, I'm synchronized. So, let's talk about
Compton.
Yeah. So Lego, and then like I say, so at my house it's Happy Home Designer.
Right.
We're having a super good time. You know that Ronya always wants me to show her the comic.
Our comic?
Yeah. A long time ago, we did that Titanfall comic.
Oh yeah.
That has a little Ronya in it.
Yeah.
And she thinks that I drew it.
And you didn't tell her otherwise?
I totally 100% have told her many times. And I never draw at home.
Right.
But she's like, I showed you her shit. Like, I don't know where her artistic talent is coming from.
Yeah.
I wonder if she thinks that she is like the daughter of an artist. And so she can do it too. Like, I wonder if I should start to maintain the fiction just so that there's this other life available to her.
No, you just need to tell her that you just make words.
Not just, we don't need the prefix.
In the Tearaway
Mere
game.
words?
In Tearaway on the PS4, the little monsters that come and attack the world, they replace the colorful construction paper with words, with newsprint.
What?
It's the worst thing that you can do. Just have words around.
That's deeply offensive.
Yeah. I love it, because every time you see it, you have to shine your light on it to destroy it. And then the words burn away and the color returns.
The art returns.
What
the fuck?
I've been really enjoying it.
These beasts. These goddamn animals. That's violence.
That's cyber violence.
That's cyber violence. right there. What the? Come on.
Yeah.
What do you think the code looks like underneath your game, you beasts? Yeah, is it just some dreams?
Yeah, it is.
No.
It's just dreams piled on art.
Just intentions? So beautiful and pure.
It's drawings stacked on top of drawings all the way down.
I want to do some karate.
Yeah.
I showed that at PAX in my house.
It's really great, actually. And not just because you get to destroy language.
Words. Not just because words are the enemy. Fucking monster. Monstroids.
I mean, it really encapsulates the fact that the introduction of words into art is the worst thing that can happen.
Was the first sin. I don't know, dude. I feel like there's a comic there.
Maybe.
Like that is really funny.
Yeah.
It highlights
the true fact.
The authentic facts
That the introduction of words into
of
pristine art.
Of mere words.
Yeah, if you're watching Gabe, I don't understand. So the enemy here.
Let me see if I understand Tearaway.
The bad guys come in and introduce. So you're burning up all the newsprint.
All the words.
Why do you? I don't understand what you're doing here in Terra. Why are you burning all the newsprint? That's the bad guys. They destroy the construction paper and replace it with disgusting words.
And then they cover it.
Cover it with disgusting words.
Like you do.
You know, like you do.
With my art.
With my art. So I shine my light on it, burn it away.
Like in my dreams.
Like in my dreams.
You could almost end on that.
See, the words are gone now and everything is beautiful again.
Do you see how when the words are gone, everything is beautiful? God, it's almost like you have to get that done in panel 2 so that panel 3 has no words in it. Right?
I would do that. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, just reference it in the structure of the strip.
Yeah, if you can pile those into
it shouldn't
two
be too
panels.
hard. I feel personally attacked.
Watching you play Tearaway.
So the enemies come in and they cover all the beautiful. They cover
all the beautiful art with their disgusting newsprint and their filthy words.
The crude, filthy words.
So I have to burn away all the newsprint.
Yeah, so I shine my light on it and burn it away, like in my dreams.
In my dreams. All that's left is the pristine art.
Let's see. I feel personally attacked by Tearaway. You should.
You see now that all the words are gone, it's just beautiful. Everything is beautiful again. Yeah, and then no words in the third panel. Yeah, that's great.
You see how much better everything is when the words are gone?
There, you see how much better? Yeah.
There, see how much... There you go. Just burn it away, just like in my dreams. I feel personally attacked by Tearaway. You should. The
whole premise is that bad guys are introducing words via newsprint into my beautiful construction paper world.
The enemy?
Yeah.
The idea is that the enemy is covering up all the beautiful art with their stupid words.
Their stupid words, yeah.
No, is it your town? Is it your country? Like your place?
Well, you're the messenger.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you are a citizen of that world.
Yeah.
But you also, it feels like you're sort of separate from it.
Here. I feel personally attacked by Tearaway. You should. The whole idea is that the enemy is covering up all the beautiful art with their stupid words. And then that's panel one.
Yeah.
Second panel. So I shine my light on it and burn it away, just like in my dreams. There. See how much better everything is when the words are gone?
Yeah, and then it blank, and then,
It's blank.
Yeah.
There you go.
Done.
When I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's winter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release. Get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.